Our last story tonight comes from two countries on the opposite sides of the Atlantic, America and Britain. They find themselves on the opposing ends of a historic debate too. A storm in a teacup, quite literally. Because this debate is over tea. And it is causing quite the stir, especially in the UK, all thanks to a scientist some 5,000 kilometers away in America, chemistry professor Michelle Francl. She recently released a book on tea in which she said the humble cup of tea could be improved, and she suggested that a pinch of salt would help. In case you missed it, I will repeat. She says you should put actual salt in your tea. Why? Because salt contains sodium and it would make the tea less bitter. That's the theory. And that's not all. She also advises that you vigorously squeeze the tea bag while steeping tea. Now she's paying a steep price for her ideas. She has left the Brits at a boiling point. You see, the British are tea-loving creatures, even though it's not their drink. Tea first arrived in Britain from China in the 1650s, but they're quite attached to it, like they are to many other things that are not theirs. Plus, they give themselves credit. The British believe they have perfected the art of making tea. And now they're the third largest tea drinking nation in the world after Turkey and Ireland. 84% of the UK population drinks tea every day. The UK drinks about 100 million cups of tea per day. The beverage is practically a cultural institution in the UK. So when America, the country that famously threw British tea overboard in 1773, tells them how to make tea and asks them to add salt, they don't take it well. The Brits are appalled. And their headlines say it all. The brewing controversy has prompted a diplomatic intervention from the US. They've issued what they call an important statement. The US has issued the statement saying, and I will quote, "The unthinkable notion of adding salt to Britain's national drink is not official United States policy and never will be. Tea is the elixir of camaraderie. We cannot stand idly by as such an outrageous proposal threatens the very foundation of our special relationship." This made everyone happy. The aggressive headlines say it all. But America could not resist stirring up some trouble as usual. They added that Americans would continue making tea in the microwave, and the British government disagreed wholeheartedly. After all, this is not the first time the Americans have trolled Britain. One time, the British even called on their military to clarify their point. So far, no war has been declared over tea, but this bizarre incident makes one thing quite clear. People take their food very seriously. Just take celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay. He loves making idiot sandwiches. Take the Italians, for instance. Just Google Italians mad at food. That's what you type, Italians mad at food, and you'll see what I'm talking about. An influencer actually took up this challenge. He sat at an Italian restaurant cutting spaghetti. The staff was so bothered, they told him off. In another case, he drank wine with ice. They took his glass away. But not just Italy. Food is a big deal in many other countries, especially the traditional cuisine, like in Japan, China, France, India, Spain, and many others, because food is not just about sustenance. It's a part of our culture. And if someone questions it, people won't go down without a fight or kick up a tempest in a teapot.